Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Good evening and welcome to the Coach Murray Show. We got a big week this week, Coach. I know we're going to talk about the previous week with Turner. Looking ahead to Irwin, but a big night, Friday night here in the Swamp with Champ Bailey coming to town for a Hall of Fame ceremony Friday night.
Yeah, he's going to receive a plaque from the NFL Hall of Fame, and we're excited about that. You know, we're excited for him and his family, and I think the NFL is having their 100-year anniversary this year, and we got talking. There's only 200-something people in the Hall of Fame, and he's one of them. From this small town, from here. You know, he was an Indian, and we're excited for him. And I'm excited because some of our kids have never got a chance to see him because he's been busy, in different cities playing ball and doing the things that he does. And I'm excited that our kids are going to get to see him from some of them for the first time, and that's going to mean a lot to him, or to each kid. You know, it's going to mean a lot to our kids. And I hope it means something to him too. You know, see kids just like he was way back when. And I'm excited for him. You know, my first year coaching was his senior year, and there's a lot of things about. I mean, you could tell that he was so much better than everybody else, and it proved to be. You know, I mean, he's one of the best that's ever played the game of football, and it was exciting to watch him. You know, he'd do things the right way. He was a leader. He was quiet, and but he led by example a lot of times. But he could tell the people. He could tell the guys, "Hey, let's go." And phenomenal football player. And he didn't. He also conducted himself pretty well in the classroom and around school. You know, didn't get any trouble and things like that. No more than an average kid would. And he had a great career at Georgia. You know, all these Bulldogs around here got to see him do that, play both ways. And, of course, we know what he did in the NFL. But we're excited. I'm glad he's getting to come home, and I'm glad he chose us, Charlton County, to get that plaque instead of, University of Georgia. They got enough of them, But I'm excited about it. I got to see a little bit of some of those. I got something in the mail the other day that was addressed to me. It was a big old thing, and I looked at it, and it's going to be super nice. I'm not going to talk about it till everybody gets to see it on Friday, but it's super nice. And
all right, will the Indians come? I know you are doing a special ceremony for the students.
That's where it's actually going to be done during the school day. The Ford Motor Company and NFL Hall of Fame is doing. They've got us busy from about 11 o'clock on till about 7 o'clock, and which is fine. I know we got a game, we got other things to worry about, but this is a once in a lifetime thing.
No doubt about it.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a long itinerary I just have to show you, but they're going to do that at the school, and we have family and there'll be friends. There's invited people to come, and we're going to pack that gym just as much as we can. We're going to bring kids from the lower school grades down, and they're going to get to see him and things like that. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
It's going to be fun Friday night. It's going to be youth night as well, so you're going to have Champ Bailey, the Hall of Fame, representing the ultimate football player.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got the young kids, the little Rexters in here.
Yeah, kind of like
that's going to be fun for those guys.
You see the beginning and the end.
It is.
And I hadn't even thought about till that right now. And that'd be pretty neat. Well,
I'm sure Champ's probably got all kind of things going on, but that would be awesome if the opportunity presented himself that he could do the walkthrough with the tribe.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Man, that would be so awesome.
Well, he did it for 4 years when he was here.
Yeah.
But it'd be great, and I'm sure, he, like I said, he's a busy guy. I'm glad he take the time to come down here and share this moment with us. I mean, like I said, I know these kids are excited about it, and I'm excited too.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't seen him in a while, and
I've never met him, so I'm like one of the kids.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I've met the Bailey brothers, but I've never met Chimp himself.
Well,
and
maybe
so
get a
I'm
chance
like one of your rec kids out there this weekend, get to cover a Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
So
He's a great. When you
fun.
talk to him, he's a great guy. He's. And I told a reporter one time they came, and interviewed me about, Coach Mack was gone, so they found me. I said, yeah, I can talk to you. I remember him, and he just played the game the way it was supposed to be played.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some trash talking, but you couldn't really, see that much. He just played the game,
Yeah.
and he played it well, and obviously he was rewarded for it at the end of his career. And that's how I like it. Don't talk it, just walk it.
Just get it done.
That's
just
right.
Get out there and get it done.
That's right.
Now, Coach, I'm gonna go live at 6:30, but the ceremony itself for Champ starts when?
At 6:50. They're going. He's supposed to speak with us a little bit before that, about 6:30, and then he'll go have his with the team. He's going to speak with us at 6:30, and then at 6:50, they have that they're going to do it on the field there.
Okay. All right. And then the rec players, I guess they'll do their walkthrough. That'll be after y'all are doing the like always, like after y'all do your infield warm-ups.
Right. Yeah. They'll go out. They'll go out with it, don't they? They'll go out behind the team. They'll be out there watching us doing warm-ups, and then when we get through with our warm-ups, we go through and give a little daps and high fives and encourage them, and they like it. And it makes our kids feel good too. I tell them all the time that people look up to them and they don't believe it, but they'll see it Friday night, and we're excited about that for all those kids because we got some good players, young players coming up, and they've all our kids here have done it, so they all went through those times of letting the Indians come, standing there and the Indians come
if
through.
They ever think they can't make it, they're going to have a Hall of Famer standing in the locker room.
Oh, that's right.
With them.
Well,
that's the ultimate right there.
That's true. That's true.
So that's fantastic, and we're happy to have Champ in town and everything that goes along with that. We're going to go live at 6:30 Friday night and start that off. Now we have another serious issue. Everything. I mean, the Hall of Fame's obviously serious, but I saw your post yesterday with the quarterback club. On the field, we're rivals, but off the field, it's family, and that's what you were talking about with Coach Noble.
Well, yeah. Several weeks ago in here, I asked, for somebody, for everybody to put him on your prayer list. But Coach Buddy Noble's their head coach. He's been battling cancer. I think he got the diagnosis in July, August, or I'm not sure, but it's been several months, not too long ago, and it's a crippling disease. He got stomach cancer and liver cancer, and he's been pretty much in the hospital most of the time since he's been diagnosed.
Yeah.
But he's a fighter, and he's a great man. He's a man of God, and he's his face there, and he just needs prayers and help. What we decided to do is we're going to try to fill some helmets up and just help his family out with some costs, hotels and whatnot. Road, not only is it a bad disease, but it also is an expensive disease. No matter how much insurance you have, it just and we just want to help a little bit, and kind of help his family out a little bit, needs it a little bit, and I hope that we're able to stuff those helmets pretty well for him.
And the helmets will be at the gate coming in.
What we plan on doing is at the beginning of the game, before the game starts at the gates, we'll have the junior high cheerleaders usually stand there and sell programs, and since it's rec night, our varsity cheerleaders will be with all the rec cheerleaders, but they'll be there holding helmets, and then we're going to walk around the stadium. They said up until about the midway through the second quarter, and then we'll be able to get it to the family.
Yeah, I know Coach Nobles and his family need all the help they can
get.
He's been having to travel to Atlanta.
And I'm not sure the hospital he's in, but he was getting some treatment from somewhere up there, and he had surgery this week, and kind of looking on Facebook, to post or whatever. I think procedure went well, but he's still, he got in a regular room. His wife had posted this, so So that's good, and I hope he continue to get better and beat this thing. He's a competitor. I know on the football field, and I'm sure he's met this head on, and hopefully, with our support and just people praying for him that he can get it.
Definitely. Oh, we're gonna take a real quick break on that, and then we'll come back and get into Turner County, what happened Friday night over in Ashburn.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on CSN.
Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation has been providing quality electric service at a competitive price to residential, commercial, and industrial customers in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida since 1939. For tips and advice on how to save electricity and stretch your energy dollars, call 1-800-262-5131 and speak to your marketing representative. We are a cooperative owned by those we serve.
Indian fans, did you know you're eligible to join the United First Federal Credit Union? We are your hometown financial institution offering services such as online banking, mobile deposit, free checking, and much more. And if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle, our auto loan rates start as low as 2.99 for those who qualify. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. Federally insured by NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell, along with head coach Russ Murray of the Charlton County Indians. Coach, let's dive into Turner County this past Friday night. Go up to Ashburn, that 2.5 hours, seems like a 3-hour ride going up there. But it was a pretty good trip. We come out of there with a loss, but there was a lot of stuff, a lot of positives coming out of that game Friday night.
There were some positives. You feel bad when you leave, of course. I mean, you look at the film as a coach and situation we're in. I mean, we're kind of tired of excuses. It's painted on our field house and stuff like that, but we're not making any. We're just trying to get better. There was a lot of great things. Our effort was there, and unfortunately some mistakes were there too. And sometimes it only takes one or two when you got a ball game as close as that one was to change it, and that's what happened. We kind of made too many mistakes, and we had a pretty good first half. In the second half, we couldn't find the end zone again, and that's been the story for the last two games. And we're hitting it out there at practice, trying to figure out the deal, and we're making some strides. It's kind of like when you take a test in school. That's when you really get. Okay, is there any results from what I've been studying? Mm-hmm. But you're still learning, even if you may not pass the test. And unfortunately, the last two tests we haven't passed. But I feel like we're learning some things. Yeah. We're better than we were and when we started, and I think we're getting better each week. And we just got to keep grinding. And I told the kids the other day I'm so proud of them for sticking it out because, you measure your character not only as a kid but an adult when things are tough. And these kids that are out there, I'm so proud of them sticking out there. And I told them it's not, it's not easy to practice like this. If it was, we'd have 95 kids out there, and they're doing a good job. We work, trying to remain positive, and something will happen, it'll happen.
Yeah, I thought they did real good. The first half, like you talked about, that first drive, Turner goes straight down the field, but then they stall.
Yeah, we threw an interception on our third play of the game, and they had it deep in their territory, and our defense just bowed their backs and forced them to miss a field goal, and we didn't really move the ball very well. Had a pretty poor punt, and they drove down again and missed the field goal, and then I think by that time. I think that's when we had flopped and we were in the second quarter, and Jalen popped off that long run of about 40-something yards for a touchdown, which is his longest run of the season. And you can see on the film how well our line opened up the holes and stuff like that. They're getting better. each week. Coach Lloyd's doing a great job with them, and you could just see, when you look at the film, how they are opening the holes for him a little bit better, and he's learning how to read the backs. This is a whole new offense for us. So he's I'm not the backs. He's learning how to read the line pulling for him and things, and it's new, and we're learning every day. We're getting better at it. Hopefully we'll get there.
He was close to another 100-yard rushing.
Oh, he had 110 yards this week.
110. I knew he was right there in the ballpark.
He had 110 yards rushing, and he had around 65 receiving because he caught a touchdown pass too.
Yeah, we have that one pulled up.
He scored both touchdowns.
I'll run that one real quick since you just mentioned it, Coach. Here's that touchdown pass. Lily coming out of the backfield over there, wide open.
Yep.
That was a nice play. It looked like the corner stayed with Squan.
He did, and
Lily jumped out of that backfield.
They didn't pick him up coming out of the backfield.
I'll run that one more time.
Yeah, he just
the line does a good job right there.
Yeah, they did a good job pass proing. They did.
We've got coming into the second half of the game. Offense, like you said, we're trying to find. First two games we were scoring in the second half, and the last two games we're opening up hot and slowing down. But the defense kept us in it the whole time.
The defense. Other than we had, like I said, we had some mistakes, but the defense overall was. I don't know. I've been told, and we coaches, we kind of looked at it. We felt like it was maybe the best effort we had, even the victory we had there against Frederica, because there was times that they could have quit and they didn't. We battled to the end. We got the ball back at the end, and we completed the pass on fourth down, but we just couldn't get it over the sticks to get a first down. So we had to turn it over on downs, and that's all you can really ask as a coach is for kids to battle and give everything they have, and a lot of them did.
Yeah.
And we're proud of them for that.
And they battled right to the end. We got the ball that last possession, and they were trying to still steady fighting. Nobody was rolling over.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about this team. I challenged them after the preseason, after the scrimmage. Hey, you got to work. And they do work. We work for everything we get. And I also tell them you got to make the other team work. And sometimes we don't do that. We give them some freebies, and that's what we got to eliminate those mistakes. I mean, we got to just make the price of victory way high that people don't want to fight for it. I mean, just make them fight for it, and maybe you want a little bit more. And they're learning. They're learning. We're going to get there.
A positive I like to look at. I know the previous, not this year, but the previous 2 or 3 years, the offense would have to score 40, 45 points to win a ball game. But this year, your defense is keeping the scores down on the opposition.
Yeah, well, they're doing, especially since we started region play, they sure have, and. So, that's a positive. We can just score three. If we score three touchdowns,
last year
we're giving up 2 so far. The region started. If we can score 3, maybe we can win.
Yeah. The offense used to have to score 40 points and still wonder whether we're going to come out of there or not.
Right.
But a great job by the defense and your staff on that.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
We're going to move on to the next topic, which is weight training and conditioning. I know you're big on that. How's that going over there?
Well, it's going. I'll be glad when it cools off a little bit because we still got an unair conditioned weight room and it's still hot in there. But the kids are grinding, they're working, and we hit it hard Monday through Thursday. We even work out on game days. Get us a little routine, get some stuff going on, and they're for the most part they bought in, and they're to the program that Coach Jones is running, and we not only have football players. I mean, it's an athletic weight room. I mean, we're kind of focused in on football. It's football driven. We have varsity baseball players, varsity basketball players in that fourth block. It's varsity period, and we really get after it. And they're doing a good job. Everybody's pretty much working out, and I know there's days they don't feel like it because it's not natural to go in there and just work yourself to death. But they're doing a good job.
Anybody hitting any milestones lately? I know there for a while you were posting on Facebook. I know you're busy now.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes and no. Some personal bests and personal gains, but not, not anything outstanding. We're just making those gains and so on and so forth.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, Coach, and then we're going to come back and hit our senior spotlights.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on CSN.
There's a reason why we're South Georgia's automotive superstore.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevy,
Nissan on the east side.
Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center.
GMC.
Coming soon, the all-new Walker Jones Honda.
Toyota.
We've got it all, so why shop anywhere else?
Charlton Electric now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Folkestone Auto Supply. Look, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Coach, went our senior spotlight segment before we dive into Irwin. Got a little bit ahead of myself on that. But we have Ryan Williams and Kayla Milton, our senior spotlights this week.
Okay, we'll talk about Zarian first.
Either one, go for it, Coach.
Okay, Zarian is a senior, obviously. This is his first year coming out to play. And, boy, I wish that we'd had him three years before, because he's a phenomenal athlete. He's primarily he's a basketball player. He's played basketball, and he got in lifting weights and stuff with us this winter, which is going to help Coach Bailey in the basketball out. But he does a good job out here. He's coachable. You talk about a great kid. He's a great kid, and he tries to please you, and he tries to do his best. And he brings it every day, and hopefully he caught some great passes in the spring. He caught some good passes in the fall here, but he's had a couple of drops, and it's killing him. And I'm just waiting for one night to him to bust out and catch 3 or 4.
That breakaway night.
Yeah. I mean, against Atco, he just got overthrown just a few steps, and he might could have been the game winner. But he's a great kid. He's going to succeed in life out there. I know he is, and I'm happy he's with us.
Step away from a game winner 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right, for sure.
It was.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you look at him. He's the tallest kid we got. He's right at 6'4", and he does a great job for us. The next one's Caleb Milton, and I call him Brad. I call him Pat. I don't really call. He looks just like his brother in uniform. Brad, his older brother. He's had 2 older brothers playing before, and he's been with us for 4 years, and I don't know if you remember the Frederica game this year. He was just on fire.
Yeah.
And I know he had a couple sacks and several tackles for loss, and
I think that's actually the photo I have of him was the fumble recovery he got and he returned for a touchdown.
Well, and he did that against Frederica, and he also returned a fumble for Atkinson game this year, and he does a good job for us, playing that dog / linebacker position, and like I said, he's the third of the boys to come through, and it seemed like he wanted to get his brother's number this year, 15, so he was 29 up until this year, and 15 came open, so he's wore it, and I think that's why I call him by his brother's name so much, because he looks just like him in the uniform, and so on and so forth. But he's done a good job for us.
He really is. He's having a big year. I know if there's a leader in the turnover category, he's probably pretty close.
Yeah, he's got 3 fumble recoveries this year.
So he's doing a good job over there on the defensive side of the ball. Well, congratulations to Ryan Williams and Caleb Milton. You're our senior spotlights this week, Irwin week. Y'all do it big Friday night, and we'll have some highlights for you next week with those guys. Hey, Coach, Irwin County's coming to town. We've talked about everything under the sun so far, but there's a football game Friday night.
Yeah,
Coach.
that's right. It's a big one. Irwin's number 1 in the state, and they're big, they're strong, they're veteran. They got a lot of guys that have played. They're athletic. It's going to be a huge challenge for us. But I've told the kids all week that maybe it's time for them to write their story. This team needs a story. And we work. All we can do is work hard, and that's what we've done this week. We're not going to put any excuses in our way. We're just going to try to eliminate mistakes, and we're going to play hard.
Yeah.
From them, you're going to see, and there are, with the coaching situation, I'm sure they're having some issues with that, but not much. I'm sure that their coaching staff really got together, and they're close, and try to do things that Coach Nobles had them doing. And
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Clinch this year 14-0, and they're undefeated. And
Wilcox almost got clinched the other night.
well, Wilcox is a good team, but
they're playing a lot better ball than they've been playing.
And Turner, I'm sorry, Irwin. They're always going to bring it. They're showing up. They don't want anybody to feel sorry for them. They certainly not going to feel sorry for us. At times, I know we're kind of down this year, but if I was in the same boat, they want to get off that bus and they just want to as Munson said, put some hobnails in us, hobnail boot in us. And that's what we're expecting that. And we want their best. And, we don't, but that's what we're going to give them, hopefully, our best.
Yeah, they're well coached. They're not the kind of team that's going to come in here overconfident and have one of those letdown
they're
games.
Not.
It's not going to be like that.
They're kind of on a mission, and they're hungry for their first title that they, state title and long 74 whatever, and they've been there and they're hungry for it, and they're, this is just steps in the way. Charlton game's a step on that process, and hopefully we can kind of be a step to slow it down a little bit. We're going to try.
Maybe Friday night will be the night Zariah has his breakout game.
That's right.
Coach.
We're going to play hard and try to eliminate mistakes and leave it all on the field. I said, when y'all leave this field Friday, you don't have any excuses. You give it all you have. I'm going to love you anyway, and you do everything you can do. You'll know it.
Yep.
And I'll know it too. And we'll just walk away. Sometimes the guys are better than you. That's right.
They come off the field with their head held high. They have no worries.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't been upset with them as far as the effort too much this year, and I don't expect their effort to be down Friday neither, because like I said, the boys that we have here, they're grinding. They want to be here. And as you notice, our numbers aren't like they were in the past. We're 20-something down probably, but that's okay. These 45 we got here, they want to be here.
Yeah.
And I'd fight for all of them, because they fight. They grind. And they hear the naysayers up there, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But they're not here Monday through Thursday with these kids working and the way they work in the weight room. They're going to be a special group before they're done.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be a special group before they're done.
I know I've always said that, even back when I had rec ball, and we'd have teams with just 12, 13 kids on it. I'd rather have 12 or 13 that want to play than 30 that are just hanging out waiting on the trophy at the end of the season.
But to get back to Irwin, they're going to be one of the better teams you've seen roll off. They're going to look better than Appleton did, and I know it's going to be kind of hard, but they're going to look good now.
We're going to see the number one team in the state.
We're going to see the number one team in the state for sure, and we're going to do everything we can to, just go toe to toe with them. Let's see what you got, and make them fight for it, make them earn it, and make them earn it. They may get it, but we hope to make them earn everything they get.
No doubt, Coach. Expecting a big crowd Friday night, obviously with Champ Youth Night.
Yeah.
Stadium's going to be packed.
Yeah.
And come out the gate hard and heavy like we've done the last two nights. And let's these boys, hopefully they'll sustain it all the way through to the second half.
Yeah, and that's like I said, we talked all week about eliminating mistakes. We talked all week about making them earn it. We know we got to earn stuff, but we can't give things away. And we've been pretty good with our penalties the last couple games. We've kind of slowed some of those down, and we just got to make the play. When the play presents itself, we got to make the play, and hopefully we'll make some Friday night.
We were all talking football. You know how it is around this town. Anybody come up to who's wanting to know about the football team.
Yeah.
And I told some people over the weekend that this team has gotten better every single week, and you're going to hit your stride one night, and then maybe looking back then.
Maybe so. I mean, it is what it is. When you lose as many as we lost, you kind of expect some of this, but we're just trying to get better. We're not going to make excuses about it, because that's something that's here. That's part of the tradition we got. We're not going to make excuses. We're going to be accountable for what we do because our choices have consequences. And, we lost a couple kids this year because of that. You got to own it, and I put win the day thing. That's what we, it's right over there on our wall. No matter what, I mean, you get up in the morning, you got to try to win the day. You got to try to do the best you can. And we got a huge challenge Friday, but we're going to do it. I mean, if you don't try to win the day, you might as well just give up. And,
I heard that.
And the kids we have out here, they certainly don't. They're certainly not a bunch of quitters. And I'm proud of them for that.
All right. Well, Coach, you and I talked. You were on the practice field earlier. And do I need to take a break real quick? He's going to photobomb us again over here.
Hey, Pee Wee, you're in the screen. Look.
Two weeks straight, this guy's photobombed us on the Coach Murray show. He just did it again. Our ratings are going to go through the roof now, right?
Yeah, that's Jim Baker. Jim Baker does a lot of work around here, helps us out, and I appreciate his friendship and his stewardship to the program. He'll run up to the store and get his stuff, and right now he's handing my keys back because he was doing something in here.
This man's got the keys to the whole place.
Well, he gets them from me, and he does a good job. He'll run uptown and get things when we need it, and I really appreciate him.
All right. Well, real quick, you and I were on the practice field, and we were talking about the quarterback club, and you're going to start doing some things on a more timely weekly basis.
Yeah, we're going to. We met a little bit last night, and we just had that small core group that we have, and I hope that we can get, a lot more members, because to do some things we want to do. And I feel like our program is, we may be a little bit low right now, but it's growing. Like you said, we're getting better every week, and who knows in a couple of years what things are going to be. But I want everybody to be there now for us instead of, because there's some things we need to do.
On the bandwagon later.
Well, I'm not going to say bandwagon, but just be here for us.
What I mean.
Yeah, be here for us now like they want to be in a couple of years, hopefully. But we're going to meet every Tuesday, and we'll do some different things. And we got the 99 state championship team, the next home game. We play Telfair, our homecoming. They're going to have a 20-year reunion of that team. They're going to be here, and we got some, a lot of the former players. And we got one on our staff. Coach Lloyd played on that team. And, of course, I coached on that team. And I've talked to some, Coach Baxter. He coached on the team. He's going to participate. Yeah, and
I've always associated Coach Baxter with softball.
Coach Baxter, he was a great football coach with us for a long time.
Really?
For sure. Okay. Anyway, he's going to be here, and hopefully, I don't know. I think Glenn Hughes is in charge. I don't know who's in charge of getting what, but I think they've got a crowd of boys coming back, or men now, but they'll still be our boys, and I look forward to seeing them. And
that'll be a lot of fun. That's the next home game with Telfair.
Yeah, and that's the 25th. Because we're off next week, and then we have a road game at Wilcox, and then we're home again.
Gotcha.
And we're trying to finalize the planning on that. And that's not really in my hands. That's quarterback club stuff. But then there's other things we're talking about doing. Certain things for the kids. There's some equipment we were talking about and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah, I know the Braves are next week. Any B team action this week?
No, we're off this week.
Off this week, B
Yes,
team? Sir. Okay. So then the Braves next week, the 9th here, right?
I think they do have a game. They were off this week. The Braves, they play here next week. Pretty sure against one of the Camden teams, maybe. I don't know. I have to look on the schedule.
St. Mary's. It's
St. Mary's.
That's right, because Coach Carter told me about that.
Okay.
St. Mary's next week. All right, well, Coach, if you got anything else you want to hit on before we go away?
No, I just I hope everybody comes out to support us for sure. But, I hope you get to come and, see Champs thing. That's probably once in a lifetime thing, small town like folks, and have a Hall of Fame thing and come see that. And then of course, I hope we really can stuff those helmets good for Coach Noble and Nobles and his family. But like I said, y'all keep him in your prayers.
Hopefully everybody, definitely keep everybody in your prayers, and everybody be here Friday night. Going to be a couple of TV stations here too, from what I understand.
I think
place is going to be packed.
Yeah.
So we'll see you Friday night, Coach. Good luck Friday.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it as usual.
All right.
Thank you for watching the Coach Murray Show. We'll see y'all Friday night. We're going live at 6:30. Y'all get to the stadium early for a Champ Bailey presentation at 6:50.
6:50.
6:50. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great night, everybody.
Located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. Foreign car parts, big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, rental supplies, and so much more. They even have mower parts. Please stop by today and see the whole crew. Dave, Stephen, Miss Joe, Miss Pam, Little Sammy, and Big Sammy at Folkestone Auto Supply.
Whistle & Dixie Custom Framing and Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunches are served on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local, tourist, or a Royal fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffees, and lattes. While dining, feel free to browse around as we also have custom framing, train art, custom t-shirts, and unique gifts. Looking for a real lodging? You can also stay at the Chessy Caboose or the Peaks Cabin. Come see us.
Thrift Farm and Feed, located at 43 Depot Street in Folkestone, is owned and operated by Tim Birchall. Tim invites you to come by and check out his selection of Georgia boots, cactus ropes, and Rocky boots. They also have a full selection of livestock feeds, Showtime dog foods, and hardware. The Birchall family is proud of number 4, Scott Birchall, and wish the Indians good luck this season.
El Cheapo Folkestone, located on US 1 South across from Dairy Queen. They have the lowest gas prices in town along with discount beverages and a huge selection of lottery tickets. They're a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, and they wish the Maidens and Indians the best of luck in the playoffs. Stop in, fill up, and tell them CSN sent you.